This podcast contains strong language which may be offensive to some people. Swearing is naughty.
Bringing you some of the best speakers and teachers from across the globe. Their words inspiring you towards your best days. This is the Learn, Develop, Live podcast. Speakers Hub.
Good morning. Welcome to the Speaker Hub from the Learn, Develop, Live podcast. My name is Chris Jaggs, and I'll bring you a little motivator to help you pass through your week. We welcome hip-hop legend, producer and entrepreneur Dr Dre to the episode. Dre has been a pioneer in the music world and even found the beats and electronics before selling it to Apple for a nice clean profit. Dedication and hard work towards his craft has resulted in huge success as he continues to build his musical legacy. Now, here is Dre.
First of all, you have to make sure that this thing is for you and it's who you are and you're built for this, and then you have to give it the passion that's necessary. Like I said, I don't do it for the money. The money is going to come. I do it because of the love that I have for it. You know what I'm saying? If I was a plumber or something like that, I still would make hip hop records. That's how much love I have for it. I feel like right now I've been in the game close to 27 years. And I've actually thought about this just recently. Out of the entire 27-year career, there's only been 2 weeks that I've been out of the studio. I've never been out of the studio longer than 2 weeks in my entire career. That's how much love I have for this thing that I do. So that's the thing, just the passion that you have for it, and really, really put your all into it, and make sure that your word is the last word. That way you don't play the blame game or anything like that. If it comes out hot, it's on you. If it doesn't come out hot, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is to it.
No matter how hard you work in the studio, no matter what you do, you don't know if people are going to dig it. For me, some of the records that I'm real pumped up on that I do are not the ones that hit. You never know. I do feel like I got to get in and do my music to the best of my ability, and I feel like I'm my worst critic. If I'm not digging it, it ain't the shit. What I think has to change for people, as far as longevity, is looking at people that have made it in the business. Quincy Jones, people like that. That's my mentor right there, because he was started at a young age the same as I did, and he's still doing his thing and having fun with it. It ain't about who has the flyest car, who has the most jewelry. It ain't about that. It's about saving and preparing yourself for when your shit ain't happening no more. Because it's going to happen sooner or later. You never know when. When Dr. Dre falls off, if and when that happens, I'm cool. I'll never have to touch another button as long as I live. Straight up, I'm cool. And that's what you have to think. You have to say, okay, I know I'm gonna fuck off some money, so let me put this money over here to fuck off, right? And let me save this. Take care of your taxes, take care of all that shit. You gotta make sure you're prepared when the shit gets thick.
I never remember not having hustle. I would go and cut grass just to be able to buy shoes. I came from just like a place where, you had to get out and do your thing if you wanted to have special shoes. So it started there for me, and then it just snowballed on to wanting just to be able to get out and do anything I want and have anything I want, and that's where I think most of my determination started.
The same frustration that I had when I was doing the first album, because there's a lot of people out there talking shit about, he ain't gonna be able to do it again, he's falling off. I ain't falling off shit but diving boards, straight up.
You gotta have your eyes on the prize, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, there ain't nothing on this planet I can't do, you know what I'm saying? Real. That's how I feel, and that's why I'm gonna stay at the level I am, you know what I'm saying? On top of everybody, not one of the best producers in the world, period.
The secret to my longevity, I think, is the fact that I'm a perfectionist, and I listen to everybody's shit, I mean, even R&B, I listen to classical music sometime, I listen to heavy metal, I just listen to everything, and really I listen to the whack shit more, because I want to know what not to do.
My idea has always been to protect my brand and make sure that everything that I do is quality. And it was just hands down the best of its kind, whatever that may be. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's been my thing from the top. Just make sure that everything that I do is the shit. That's it.
It's not everything that you see in videos, you know? Most people in videos are fronting anyway. I think people are limited because they're very well influenced by people that's around them or people that's in the media, you know? You see somebody criticizing something, you're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think like that. I'm only gonna do what I like. The record business, it's exactly what it is, record business. And you have to take care of both or they won't take care of you. Me, it's just fun. I love doing it. I love making music. I love creating. I love listening to it. I love listening to somebody that does something different and creative because it pumps me up into getting in the studio. And it also makes money. It's gonna better my life and my family's life. So it's all good. You may see people talking about how if they get a lot of money or something like that, they're gonna stay in the ghetto, they're gonna stay in the projects. That means if you're staying there, you're gonna allow your mother and your family to stay there also. And that's bullshit, straight up, you know? The change has to happen somewhere in your generation. You know, for my family, I'm saving money and I want my kids to start on another level. I don't want them to start in the projects. No, that means they have to build for their families. If they start at a higher level, you know, their families are going to get better. That means your generation down the line, they're going to have a foundation, you know, and I'm going to set the foundation.
The person I'd like to thank is my mom. I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but my mom was pregnant with me at the age 15. Man, she was always told by family, friends, neighbors, or whatever, she's going to ruin her life and mine. So throughout my entire childhood, being a success was always embedded in my head because those people that were saying that shit could not be right.
I just want to inspire and be inspired. You know, I guess the thing that I'd like to leave is, you know, kids to look up to me that grew up in similar places, like the place that I grew up, and say I can do that as well. Because, you know, my ice is no colder than yours, you know. If I can do it, you can do it. That's my thing, you know. I don't think I'm better than anybody. You know, I feel like there are producers and musicians out there that are much better than me that if they have the same drive, they can do even bigger and better things that I've done in my career. There's some kid somewhere right now that could be the next Dr. Dre or Jimmy Iovine that can come out and just do some amazing things that we would have never even thought about. So, you know, I guess that's what I would say my legacy would be, or that's what I would like my legacy to be.
The biggest part about this revolution that we started is this album, Straight Outta Compton, was only done in 6 weeks, 5 days a week studio time, you know what I mean? Wow. At 3 hours a day, you know, so it was crazy how this happened, and it just let me know how powerful I could be. I'm like, damn, if people are buying this, wait till I really get a chance to get in the studio on some real equipment with some real time.
I'm going to speak for myself. The way I keep my sanity is because of the love that I have for the music and the passion that I have for this hip-hop thing. You know, I can't let anything get in the way of that because it's like, first of all, it's my first love, the music and this thing that we do. And I'm going to protect that. I'm going to protect how I'm able to keep creating. So that's one of the main ways that I maintain my sanity.
Right, exactly.
It's weird because it's almost like an unspoken thing that we all set for ourselves, and we all have maintained that thing. We're not going to let anything change us. We're going to approach this shit exactly the way we want, and we're going to do our best at it. Yeah, I feel like the way I function is probably a little bit of both Ren and Q. You know, it's just like I have to protect my family and try to keep them away from all the bullshit and, like Ren said, the shady characters. And at the same time, they're really supportive, very supportive of what I do. You know what I'm saying? And they understand how much I love this thing. So they're just there to support anything that I'm doing, any project that I'm working on, and hopefully push me and inspire me to make everything that I'm working on great. I think I would like for us to leave a legacy of inspiration, you know? because, you know, we came from nothing, you know.
Dirt, nothing.
Yeah. And just that inspiration, and that you can just like do something that's really different. You can go against the grain. You can do something that's outside of the box and still win.
Figure out how to DJ. I taught myself how to engineer and so on. It was just me trying to figure it out and just learning things and picking up different tidbits from people that I admired, you know. And fortunately, I was able to just sit and just like really focus on developing my skill and keep pushing it. I'm still pushing it. I'm still learning to this day, because I actually feel like I can be better and I can do better things. But maybe that's just one of the things that drives me still.
That video can be found on YouTube and is called Dr. Dre Life Advice Will Leave You Speechless, and is published by the GF Motivation YouTube channel. That is all from me today. I'll be back tomorrow with more. Oh, and if you can leave a review and a rating for the show to help me grow the community, that would obviously be amazing. Leave a review, leave your favourite quote. Everything will be read out on a future show, and I will always be thankful. Now, you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.
The Learn, Develop, Live podcast. How do you like your eggs in the morning? Thanks for listening. You can find more motivation and inspiration at learndeveloplive.com. And we'll be back to inspire you again tomorrow.